this is our main event of the evening. Golden Fists and Chris Sanigar, in association with your sponsors this evening, Jumbo Cash and Carry, proudly presents a contest of 12 3-minute rounds to decide the WBU Heavyweight Championship of the world. Your officials for this contest appointed by the World Boxing Union, whose president joined us at ringside, Mr. John Robinson from Northallerton in Norfolk in the United Kingdom. Your supervisor is Mr. Charlie Payne of Surrey. The steward in charge for the British Boxing Board of Control, Mr. Charles Giles. And your judges scoring on a 20-point must system is Eugene Grant of the United States, Reg Thompson from England, and Des Bloyd of Australia. Your timekeeper is Mr. Roger Bowden, and your referee in charge of the action, officiating in his 64th World Contest, is Mr. Dave Parris of England. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the officials, and now introducing the boxers. Firstly, in the red corner and wearing the black trunks. As a professional, his record reads from 28 contests. He has 22 wins with 2 draws and 4 losses. 16 of his wins coming by way of knockouts. At yesterday's weigh-in, he weighed in at 15 stone at 7 pounds. Formerly from Spain, but now fighting from Florida. And the challenger for the title, would you please welcome Jorge Valdes. And his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, wearing the white trunks trimmed with green. As professionally, has an impressive record of 34 wins coming from 35 contests with just 1 loss. 24 of his wins coming by way of the big KO. He weighed in at 16 stone and 1 pound and comes to the ring as the current World Boxing Union Heavyweight Champion of the World, and tonight making the second defence of his title from Pretoria in South Africa, but now based in England. Would you please give a nice warm welcome to Corrie Sanders. Your referee, Dave Parris, will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
So Dave Parris then giving final instructions with all the formalities out of the way to Corrie Sanders, the champions, and Jorge Valdes, the challenger.
Ladies and gentlemen, 12 3-minute
There's the tail of the tape, as you can see. Sanders 3 years older, also heavier, also slightly more experienced. But this could be an all-action fight, Steve Bunce.
Oh, absolutely, I can't see this being anything but action, action, action. You've only got to look at Valdez' physique. He's a guy that goes forward. He doesn't know going backwards.
So off we go, round 1, scheduled for 12 rounds. Corrie Sanders from Pretoria, the southpaw in the white trunks, and now basing himself in England as from now on. Good quick hands, and it's a good left, and he's in real trouble. Valdes, he's down, and the referee is saying no more, it's all over. Unbelievable. Well, what a finish to this contest. Corrie Sanders has done the work in double quick time, and Jorge Valdes, the challenger, well, he still doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know whether he's in England, Cuba, Florida, or Spain.
He's in dreamland, and that's official. That was 2 perfect left crosses. There was nothing that could have happened. You see, he's still in the corner now. He wouldn't have got up. Dave Parris is not only one of our best referees, he's one of the best referees in the world. That was a fantastic intervention. It might look bad on paper, it might look bad on screen, but Corrie Sanders, they were 2 fantastic shots.
Well, there's Sanders. Let's have a look at it again.
Perfect left, and he freezes here, and in fact, he holds the rope. If I'm not mistaken, he holds the rope. Sanders looks up, bang. That was a nasty, nasty finish.
Well, he didn't know where he was from the first big left, and certainly at the end of it, the referee, I don't think, could have physically got there any quicker than he did, Steve Bunce.
Absolutely. There was no way he could have intervened quicker. You have to remember, this guy Valdes, he's lost to good fighters, guys like Shannon Briggs, guys like Larry Donald, but he's lost in the 9th round because of a broken jaw. He's lost in 6 or 7 rounds. This pushes Sanders.
He took Axel Schultz 10 rounds in Leipzig as well. Here it is again, Steve.
Oh. perfect left cross counter. He's trying to get him off there and settle him up again. He's finished now. That's it. That's a horrible, horrible finish.
And there is Corrie Saunders. And I'm pleased to say that amidst all those figures in that corner over on the far side is Jorge Valdes. There he is. He's just got to his feet and just been sat down there. And he's in Corrie Saunders' corner there. He couldn't get across the ring if he tried. And plenty of medical people in there, plenty of doctors on hand and paramedics making sure that he's absolutely right before he takes another step. He's just realising what's happened. He's probably asking Steve Bunce what the heck went on there.
He's waiting for the bell to sound, but when he watches that on video, that'll be painful viewing. Last year, when Saunders defended his title, he stopped Bobby Ches in a couple of rounds with proper punches. Now, Ches, a year earlier, had gone 8 or 9 rounds with Evander Holyfield. So, you know, I'm not saying that Corrie Saunders is the best heavyweight in the world, but if he keeps getting rid of opponents who fought some of the best heavyweights in the world, then surely he deserves some recognition, as does the WBU.
Absolutely, and one thing is for sure, he's fit to go into the ring straight away. If there's anybody there who wants to fight next week who's a reasonable opponent, then Corrie Saunders is there for you.
I wouldn't have thought there's too many overweighting in America who are too keen to get in the ring with a boy that big, who's that nasty and punches that hard.
So there he is, Corrie Saunders, who has now won his 35th of 36 fights.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 30 seconds on the first round, the referee Dave Harris had a stunning contest. Although Valdes will lose to continue the winner, and still the WBU heavyweight champion of the world, Corrie Saunders.
So Corrie Saunders having the belt put round him.
Mr. Charlie Payne presents the championship belts.
So Charlie Payne puts the WBU belt around Corrie Saunders. He retains his world title, poses for the cameras. Applause for Jorge Valdes, but he will be as disappointed as anybody as he leaves the ring.
He still looks very dazed, and I think he's got every reason to be.
So Valdes just stepping out of the ring. Meanwhile, Saunders holds the belt above his head. There he is, a most impressive performance. And Valdes was a significant and a reasonable opponent.
Hey, Valdes has been in with a whole selection of good heavyweights. He's lost 4 times. 3 of those were to good fighters. One of the guys he did outpoint was Nate Tubbs, who actually beat Corrie Saunders. This guy doesn't get blown away, and he was blown away tonight here in Bristol.
Wasn't he just? And we're going to be hearing from him in just a couple of moments' time, but a tremendous performance there. So, in fact, I think we can go now and hear from the man who has retained his belt, Corrie Saunders from Pretoria in South Africa.
Corrie, still the heavyweight champion of the world, and you made pretty light work of that. What's your initial reaction? 30 seconds.
You know, I actually didn't thought, you know, Valdes is a tough guy, and he went quick, you know, but it's like my trainer said, I relaxed, and, you know, and the punches just go, and, I didn't even see that I hit him, and it just, you know, it just happened, and he went down.
I don't know if it's the shortest fight of your career, but if you watch the monitor over in the corner, perhaps you can talk us through those 30 seconds.
Well, when the round started, you know, that's how I'm going to start jab, and I saw he was like throwing punches and just, you know, just get out of the way and then start throwing my left hand, and that's exactly what happened. He didn't know where he was, and I just caught him with a straight left.
3 fantastic left hands there. Which one was it, do you think, out of the 3 that did the damage? Obviously, the first one didn't help him.
Yeah, I'm sure the first one didn't, but, you know, I would say that one did the damage, and then the last one definitely, you know, then he was gone.
He was talking about getting inside and taking you all the way when we were talking at the weigh-in earlier in the week. He didn't get a chance, did he?
No, like I said, we started, you know, I said I'm going to start move and jab, but, you know, when he threw a couple of shots, you know, I feel, you know, that he wasn't at his best, you know, and then, I don't know, his punches wasn't hard for me, and I thought, you know, I just, you know, get him closer and then it will happen.
Did you have time to assess him, really, that you thought he wasn't at his best? Hardly. The fight, you know, it was all over in a blink.
Yeah, you know, well, you know, that's boxing, it happens. I would love to go actually more rounds, and and see, you know, how he is basically. But it happened in the first round. It's a bonus for me for all our hard work.
So what next for you now, Corrie? You're over here based in the UK. Are you staying in the UK?
Well, hopefully Lennox Lewis camp guys will give me a chance to fight them. You know, that's what we were here for, and stay here for us to get Lennox Lewis.
How would you fancy yourself against the likes of Lennox?
Well, I think I've got a chance, definitely. You know, Lewis is big and strong. He's a good fighter, but I'm rating myself with him, and I'm definitely, you know, I think I can beat Lewis.
You put in a lot of training for this fight, and you haven't used much energy tonight, have you?
Not, but that's a bonus. You know, I don't mind if it comes like that. It's a bonus, and that's what we work for.
And you look quite concerned that you'd hurt Jorge quite badly there. What did you say to him when you went up to him in the corner?
I just say bad luck, you know, and I hope everything's fine with you. You know, it's a hard game, and you can get hurt easy. And you know, it's for me, it's concerning every opponent I'm fighting on myself. You know, to get healthy out of the ring and you know, be safe.
Well, I know he said that he hoped the pair of you would be having a few drinks tonight. Do you think he'll be up to it?
Well, I hope so. You know, he was sitting in a corner and say, what happened? But I'm sure a couple of minutes now, you know, he'll be at his mind, and I'm sure we'll have a drink later.
Well, congratulations and a job well done. Well done, champ.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.